We've been taught that peace is the absence of confrontation. No arguments, no disagreements, no tension. Everybody smiling and getting along. But what if that's not peace at all? What if real peace is the presence of order? Order in your relationships, order in your home, order in your finances, order in your priorities, order in your emotions. Because when things are out of order, confrontation isn't the problem. Confrontation is often the solution. What's up, everybody? This is episode 245
That boy
of
good.
the Heavyweight Collective.
You got to finish with order in the court.
We are the court today. I'm your host today, Sharon's proxy, Mo Sharon. And I'm here with these two guys and this lovely lady. Go ahead and state your name for the people out there.
I'm Sharon, the real Sharon.
Just Andy.
Rich ass Andy.
Yeah, ballin' ass Andy.
Where my ballin'?
Spin that shit.
Spin that
Spin that shit.
Not for real. We should have played that for this nigga.
Yup. Oh, yeah, you had me nervous. I was scared when you was doing that intro.
Right?
Kevin, I'm going to just be Kevin. I feel like I'm in the principal's office. What's good?
How's your weeks? How's it been? How was your Juneteenth? All that. Y'all know I'm black every day.
I'm going to do something I've never done before.
Oh.
I'm going to jump out first.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
My week was great. I went to... Let me start it. I went on Facebook and said, oh shit, vacation starts now. Who got the hookup on Disneyland? And a coworker and friend of mine, I would just say Favy because I don't want to because her hookup might get...
Yeah.
So
You already gave me her number.
Hey.
Just kidding.
Yeah, she good.
so she hit me up and she ended up having a hookup and we ended up going to Disneyland. And the day that I chose, they said it closed early for a special event. I was like, oh, cool, whatever. We don't plan on being there the entire fucking...
Tupac came back, huh?
So we did the day, hung out, Disneyland. It was actually quite good weather.
Yeah.
There wasn't long waits. And around 4:00, I started to notice people come that they were hopping on rides, and I'm like, that's a guy in a dress.
Oh.
And I'm like, that's cool. And then I would go somewhere else, and I'm like, oh, he has on a rainbow lanyard. That's cool.
It was time for pride.
So then
Was it Pride in the Park?
and we ended up finishing most of the ride. So we're walking out. As we're walking out, I'm seeing a wall of rainbow lanyards coming at me, and there's all shapes and sizes of people just coming at me. There's couples of all different nationalities, etc. And I'm like, oh shit, that's what the event was. It was a pride. I was at Pride celebration at Disneyland, and I thought it was dope because you would see them just it's like a wall of people just coming into the park, and then I knew it was going to be turned up because there was a gay couple when the dude was like, hide your kids, hide your wife. I was all, they about to turn up.
Time to go.
Well, yeah,
They about to turn the fuck up. So,
but they got monies.
Yeah.
If they close the park down.
they closed the whole park down for them. I said, that's what's up. So that's how we started that my vacation.
That's good.
Well, Disneyland ain't did nothing.
And
No, they did. I'm a liar. They did have something yesterday.
Yeah. Fight this way, nigga.
you
bit.
better not be fucking with the mouse.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, did you get to the parking lot here? The pump up the jam, pump it up.
No, it was a very smooth.
Dun, 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 dun.
It was interesting to see the conservatives react to everything because I was like, why are they reacting? There's people, I would never do this again. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking
Well,
about?
nigga, you picked today.
And then I just thought it was dope to see the inclusion, and but it was a nice day. And then we went to San Diego Thursday.
The same day?
No, 2 days later.
We said
dropping the
that.
bag. Where all my scamming ass niggas at?
Them half courts.
There they go.
That's the tradition. So we did that and went to Hash House a Go-Go. That's where I spent most of my money. Yes,
Oh,
I
they
did.
have those out
Them
here?
motherfuckers is fire. I gotta go.
Where's it at? In
San Diego.
Oh.
I'll be in San Diego in August. I'm getting them shits.
Well, whereabouts?
Never been
Because
there.
San Diego's is like parts.
Like,
PB,
it's like in Gaslamp.
Yeah,
Gas
it's,
lamp, okay.
Yeah, you get off at
It's not that far from Gaslamp.
what, 6th Street when you're headed downtown.
Oh, okay, downtown-ish.
We went there, then we went to the beach, which was overcast, and no one could get into the water, but it was still a nice day.
King's Tide?
Hmm?
Was it King's Tide?
Well, no, they had the two people got taken away with tides. So
Yeah, I'm saying because they said it was
They said it was
higher.
contaminated.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We was
So-
both off.
Interesting. Very cool.
So we got to see Navy SEALs getting prepared for training. That was tight to see.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to Old Town San Diego and just walked around. But it was nice just to see the kids happy, and they weren't expecting this, and that was a surprise.
That's really
That's what's up. You know what I did notice about the picture?
Right.
I said, why the hell is a lark at Andreas' shoulder? I said, God damn, that boy tall.
And can you believe that we sold him for 2?
They believe that shit?
Did?
We kept him in the stroller.
Oh, that's the only way you're going to do it.
That's how we're going to do it. 100%.
I said, that boy tall.
Yeah. But yeah, then I got a text message from Maurice.
Yeah, I said, nigga, adopt me.
I said, this nigga
He's so
talk to me
ignorant.
about, oh man, you got money. I said, and they start proceeding to lay out how much things cost. I said, nigga, I know. You're talking to me. I know.
I said, nigga, adopt me. You got it.
So the only way that happened was from the hookup because I couldn't have done it any other way. So shout out to her.
We have another nigga that's rich. Sharon, just tell us about your rich ass week catching flights and shit.
I cannot. I went to North Carolina this week.
Oh.
It was really, really, really,
A lot of trees.
really,
I
really
said,
nice.
ooh, niggas better watch, be careful.
At any point, did you spin around your head like a helicopter?
absolutely
I was like, what?
Did you raise up?
No. But it was cool. You know what? I enjoyed my trip. We started in Charlotte where my cousin and his wife, and then we drove out 2 hours. And the orientation was dope. They did like my daughter stayed in the dorm. And then I stayed in my cousin and I stayed in a hotel not far away, but it was really cool how they set up the orientation. They had little sessions for the parents. It was just really, really nice.
Well, they need y'all money, so they're gonna make it nice.
You know that. We had to pay for that.
I was like, they got it.
But yeah, my daughter's going to be North Carolina. Well, I'm not going to say where she's going. My daughter's going to school in North Carolina. And so it was really an interesting. I'll just start with I didn't go to college, so just the atmosphere in general. Like
we couldn't tell.
Anyway. Well, right out of high school.
You could have let that lie.
Right out of high school, that wasn't something that I was really like. I didn't want to go, whatever. But the fact that she wants to go out of state, she wants to go to HBCU, and then like kind of seeing that all kind of come together at us being really dope. And it was cool being in the environment of an HBCU. Like that was so. I'm excited for what's to come with that. In August, we go back in August, so I can drop her off for the fall.
Sounds
That's
sad.
what's up.
You sound sad and like you want to enroll at the same time.
No, it's looked at a few houses out there. No, it's like it's not that I'm sad. I'm like full of emotion with it happening because obviously the transition. I truly feel like I'm in a state of like nesting right now, like because I know that my everyday life is going to be different.
Your baby not gonna be there.
My baby's not gonna be there, and so and you know her sisters are gonna feel it. I'm gonna feel it, and so she's gonna feel it, and so I feel like I'm in a state of preparation for that right now, but sadness isn't an emotion that I feel right now. It's more of like I'm joyful for what's happening. I'm preparing myself for, what's to come. But yeah, definitely because she's going to be not here and the dynamic of my house is going to change so drastic. We're really tight in there. So for her,
I know y'all ain't let niggas use a bathroom.
A piece of that to be gone, it's gonna feel different. And so that's all.
You can let the rabbit move in.
Yeah.
He ain't leaving.
But yeah, week was good though.
Another nigga was dropping money too. Kevin, tell us about your week.
I
I was spending money.
not.
Where was I spending money?
Yeah, nigga, I seen you and your
Now
wife
y'all
out.
was in La Jolla.
Yeah, I saw y'all.
Yeah, that shit was cheap as fuck. We got appetizers. Like,
No,
fuck y'all
for real, I
talking
feel
about?
you.
I was like, what y'all got? Oh, it's $20. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna get some wings.
Jackass.
Split naps. That was cool though. It was nice. The water was 70 degrees.
You went in there?
She went there. I had my shoes on. I was a nigga that day.
I was about to say, I was literally going to say that.
I was like, I ain't taking.
You're so crazy.
But yeah, that was because I went to school and left early. I was like, man, she went with me, so I'll leave early. Getting Val ready for school. I was happy for that. She decided to do it. She kind of that's cool. So yeah, well now I got to deal with the VA and shit. So. But the joys is she's gonna learn to still have that. What do you call it? Safety blanket. Ease her into that shit.
No, rip that motherfucking Band-Aid off. It's life, nigga.
What about you, Mo? Was you balling this weekend?
No, I'm opposite. I was trying to get adopted. I said, Sharon, she in North Carolina, she could have took me. Andy fucking at Disneyland and Hash House and Coronado, and he could at least offer me a ride. Shit. Kevin balling on the beach. I said, damn, everybody somewhere but me. I was like, this a bitch. Here I am looking at these same 4 fucking gray walls my wife done picked out. I'm sorry, gray blue, whatever the fuck that color is.
He said, everybody somewhere
I said,
but me.
I'm gonna call you next time, but you're gonna be like, nigga, I ain't going.
Yeah, no, for real.
No, my week was cool, man. We just it was everybody was on, the school's out, and she had her a week off from practice, so them niggas was sleeping in. I would get up, go to the gym, shower, go to therapy, come back, and then them niggas like they just got out the bed. I said, it must be nice, nigga. I mean, she did make me dinner all week, so I guess I can't complain too much. So
yeah, summer is.
And then we got a house guest, so her nephew staying with us. He go to he go to Cal State Irvine or whatever, or UC Irvine. So he needs somewhere to stay in the summer. So I said, nigga, at least you trying to better yourself so you can sleep on my couch for a couple months, I guess. Now, don't bring no women over here.
I did try LA Fitness.
You tried it? No, I would recommend it. That shit's expensive.
I didn't like it.
That shit's expensive. That shit's expensive.
I didn't like it.
Metroflex look dope.
It's a lifter's gym.
Yeah. I did take my daughter to Arcade Masters in Marietta. That shit was dope. It was
you sure you didn't want to run into he was there.
Who was there?
Diesel. He was.
No, I didn't run into him.
I was in
That was dope. She enjoyed herself. She did she was a little nervous with the skating. I was like, we went skating with with the Ellises before. I was like, I got on the floor. I said, oh no, this floor is a lot more slippery.
Oh, the skating ring.
Yeah, I said that ring that shit was one wrong step, nigga. You was gone. You was sliding, but it was cool. She played Felix for a while. She was like, Dad, this is like the movie. I said, yeah, babe, it's a real game. I said, so it was dope.
Yeah,
it was dope. I thought it was really worth it. And then I took her to Cheesecake Factory, and she spent all my money there. And I ain't gonna tell you how much I paid there. And then I let her.
More than 100?
Yes. Then I let her get 2 things off the mall, and she, boy, you couldn't tell her nothing. She had her bags.
I love that for her.
It was good, man. I'm happy. She did good this year, and and we had her banquet, her gymnastics banquet since last time. So yeah, I've been busy, but I ain't been out like that, y'all.
You spent more at Cheesecake than I did at Hash House.
Well, I paid for. Oh damn! You had more people too. Well, Cheesecake Factory's expensive, nigga. And the fucked up thing is I got the appetizer. I got them avocado egg rolls.
Little bites or whatever.
I got them avocado egg rolls, nigga. I got that with the meal.
Fucking Kevin said.
What did he say?
With the meal.
He said, nigga, what did you say?
I got that with the.
Cheesecake.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
That shit's expensive, nigga. That shit's expensive. I spent $140 for 3 people.
That's
for 3 people. One is 8.
I got nothing to say, brother. You
and
right.
I got a goddamn smash burger.
You right. Hey. You right.
And I ate a lettuce wrap smash burger and I spent $130. Now, the piece of cheesecake by itself is probably like $13, but I didn't eat none of that shit.
Cheesecake's so high.
They ate that.
Everything else.
It looked good.
And you got dessert?
Yeah, nigga.
Come on, man.
And them niggas ordered drinks. I think the only one had water.
You did good. That's a good price. Don't mislead. Don't walk our guest down the.
Many people mistake silence for peace. Nobody is arguing. Nobody's raising their voice. Nobody's making waves, but under the surface, resentment is growing. And the problems are motherfucking multiplying. So I'm going to start this off by asking this first question to Sharon, since she always got some shit to say. Ain't gonna be much peace in this episode, even though we're talking about it.
Let's do it.
Sharon, have you ever stayed silent to avoid an argument only to have the issue get worse later? Are you gonna tell us some details, or you gonna just say yes?
No, yeah, that's been an often occurrent a different time in my life, to be honest. But I think what happens when you do that, or when I've done that, I'm talking about myself. What happens when I've done that is that I'm staying silent to avoid the confrontation that could happen. But the issue is
So is the silence serving you?
the silence is not serving me, and more importantly, the silence is not serving the other person. Opportunity, know what the issue is, then the issue is going to continue.
Mhm.
So that's why it didn't serve in a good way.
McFly, what conversations do people mostly avoid to keep the peace?
I've normally seen is usually financial. If there's like a difference of opinion in finances and how they're being spent, I notice that one tends to be where they try to avoid it. So they try to sweep it under the rug, or they start kind of keeping notes like, I noticed you spent this much, but they keep letting it pile up until it hits a point. So
Isn't it weird that most relationships you got one nigga's like, spend that shit,
yeah,
spend, and the other's like, no.
You gotta have that balance.
Let's keep that here. Mr. Wendell, how do you know the difference between a peaceful relationship and a quiet one?
And a quiet one?
Yeah.
How do you notice the difference?
Yeah.
From like the outside?
Yeah. Or inside.
I don't know. I was like,
you know?
I feel like
did I ask the wrong nigga?
Like you be like them niggas ain't happy. Look like an argument just happened.
Yeah. I think it speaks to certain people.
Detail.
If you're like, I'm annoyingly observant, like, to be honest with you. So I think that silence kind of speaks really loud sometimes.
Absolutely.
For a person that is really observant. Like, I can see through the silence, or even like that, what's it called? Like that toxic positivity.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody's like, no, I'm not gonna get involved because, I'm gonna keep my peace.
Oh.
I like that.
Because I'm peaceful, and I don't deal with negativity. I'm just all about positivity. But at the same time, you got a lot of negativity to you.
Mhm.
You're just presenting yourself that way, and basically not trying to address what the issue is. So that silence isn't really peace. It's a person that, it could be the toxic positivity, or it could be somebody that is like abused. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see that where it's a couple and the wife shows up and she's just mild mannered, but she just got her ass whooped.
Or to answer your question, I guess when you look at a quiet relationship, it's a lot of that avoidance, the not talking. So there's not the peace. You
Nigga
don't
always
see
stepping on my next question.
I'm telling you, that's what happens when they don't know it's coming. Pause.
Right.
But I don't know. You can see like peaceful, like you can see people like just enjoying one another as opposed to like being with one another. Because like that's a quiet relationship where you just look and you're like, look at them niggas.
I mean, to that point, I do feel like sometimes silence is just fear in disguise, right? And then not necessarily like they're scared of the person. I mean, it could be that situation, like Sharon was saying. They could be scared of saying something because of how that person's going to react.
Yeah.
They could be scared of the impending argument. They could, it does vary from situation to situation, relationship to relationship. Because if you have one person that don't feel heard, or one person that you feel like, oh, my words are always being misinterpreted, or you just refuse to see things from my angle because you can't, remove yourself from your shoes. So I feel like that sometimes, it's like, I know I do it myself. I said, it ain't worth the headache.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just gonna keep it moving.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but it's like sometimes, like I'm not finna start some shit that ain't gonna be resolved because I know she see it this way and I see it this way, and we gonna be right back at point A by the time we get done cussing each other out.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point of continuing um this conversation when I don't feel like where nothing's really going to be resolved because we're so steadfast in our belief on the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think people could be fearful of like the result or the answer?
That's true. That too.
I like that, Kevin.
From,
Very,
You're
very,
right.
very much so.
I know I've been like that. Like you know that addressing this is going to probably lead to this. So I might not address it yet.
Yeah, because sometimes addressing one thing opens up the can of worms. And now we got to go down. Now, well, shit, since we here, let's go down the list.
Well, sometimes you find out at the end of that, you're like, damn, that was me, huh?
Yeah, I've been fucking up.
I did. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, because it's been a situation where I've started some shit, and then she got her shit off, and I listened to it. I was like, God damn, it was me the whole fucking time.
That's good, though.
I thought this shit was this, but it was really that. God damn. And then my whole premise was that it was this when it was really that. And now I'm fucking, God damn, now I got to apologize. My bad.
It was me.
God damn, I guess
At
I ain't
least you
shit.
do that. That's a good thing. My
guess I ain't
bad.
shit.
The apology, because some niggas like,
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
she ain't never gonna know.
Yeah, they do.
The people who truly love, the people you truly love are often willing to make you uncomfortable. They care more about your growth than your feelings. So, McFly, who in your life has loved you enough to tell you something you didn't want to hear?
Probably you.
Oh,
anybody else?
That's cute. That's cute.
No.
Damn.
My dad, before he passed, he would tell me like it is, regardless of how it felt. Speaking of which, this is probably gonna come out right after Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
Yeah, I was waiting for y'all to get there. Happy Father's Day.
I will say some at the end.
But but I'm just my dad or you.
Okay.
My sister on occasion.
I feel like your sister can be brutally honest.
She can. She can be brutally honest, but she can also just avoid a whole situation altogether. If she
I've noticed, and there's sometimes I've seen your sister say stuff by her facial reaction. And I'd be like, I like her. Because I get it. I know exactly what you're saying without saying.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna ruffle no feathers with my expression, say everything. Yeah. Sharon, same question.
Do I have people in my life that are
who in your life has told you something that you need to hear, that you didn't want to hear? I'll start today.
Shut up. No, my silence is kind of picking people up. It's not looking for somebody. It's almost everybody that's close to me. My best friend, my cousins that I'm really, really close to.
So they've told you things that you didn't want to hear?
Yeah, for sure. I think that the relationships that I value the most, I've had for so long. That's part of why I value them, because we have that. Between us. It's funny. My best friend and I, we were having this. Kind of talking about something similar yesterday about how people enable so often without even understanding. You know what I mean? It's like when you hear that person trifling ain't shit, treat everybody horrible, and they like, everybody know who I am. I'm me. I've always been me. And then you see the people around that person that's like, they always been like that. Okay, well, why has nobody told them that they're trash? So
they ain't ran to me yet.
So that's a thing that I'm grateful for. Like I've said many times to you guys before, I'm rich people I have in my life. And that's a thing that is there. Like I'm told what I need to stop doing many a times.
Mr. Wendell?
No, I ain't soul on the planet, nigga. I'm perfect.
Now I know your wife told you something about that goddamn chip you ate.
As she should have.
Well, she told me before. She's one of them for sure. Tammy is his mother, people.
Your mama's supposed to.
You gotta put that shit on a shirt.
What?
Oh, that's quick.
That was my favorite part. Like, for sure. Because that was the most genuine reaction.
I got some, lifelong buddies.
Oh shit.
Okay.
One of my homies in Arizona, she don't fucking play. And she's brutal with it. Hey,
Okay.
what the fuck you doing? Like, hey, well, my bad, you right.
Is it what I think it is?
Probably.
So is it easier to confront people you love or people you don't care about? For sure.
For sure.
Because if I don't
Would
give a
you?
fuck, I don't care fuck how you
100%.
perceive this
Yeah,
shit.
I'm
Is
gonna
it
let you
easier
know.
to confront?
Yeah.
I think people I love, because people I don't give a fuck, they not.
Not
Yeah.
gonna say shit.
I'm not even gonna engage you. Like, what the f-
Nigga, I'm bringing. I'm matching the energy
No, but if
immediately.
you think about, I mean, we all adults. If you think about work environments and stuff like that,
I'm
you
matching
are
the
gonna say something.
I'm matching the energy
So what?
immediately.
No, I'm saying like
I'm gonna look him in his
if
face and call him a
somebody
bitch.
if somebody does something and you need to address it,
What is there a need to address though? Like what is gonna come up that's gonna make me have to go, you know what, I need to go talk to this
I
motherfucker instead of being like, this nigga don't exist. Like
Yeah,
No,
'cause-
I'm gonna address
But I
some
feel like that
shit.
question can go outside of like just people you know and perfect strangers. Let's say something. Let's say somebody being rude to your lady in public.
because it like depends on
You
what
gonna
Right.
say you gonna say something to
you
him?
gonna
now
do?
this is going into a very nuanced thing because
Well,
now
yeah,
it
everything
depends
is-
on what the fuck
everything
it
is
like,
nuanced,
Everything
nigga.
is,
well,
yeah.
then, this then I don't know.
Nigga, the only absolute in life that
Because
you
I
are
just
born
feel
and you
like
die.
I just feel well. It's like my aunt used to say, or still says, I don't know.
Damn.
I just
Be quiet.
is it like for you, Kevin? For me, because I've had that situation happen, and I almost left a nigga in San Diego
Damn.
over
yeah.
that situation, but I didn't recognize myself
Mm.
because it was a situation that was kind of
You was out. You,
prompted to be in, where I
Yeah.
was like minding my business, and now I'm in a situation
Yeah.
where like this nigga that came with us in the car did something, and I'm like, nigga, I cussed him the fuck out, and I'm about to leave this nigga in San Diego, like,
And
but
Yeah,
I didn't recognize
sometimes.
myself when I was doing it.
I'm too nice though. I probably would have. But here's an Uber nigga. Like
Nigga, leave you where you are.
you ain't right. I don't know the scenario, so it might have been what it was.
But it was you cross
Yeah.
somebody I care about, and you think it's just going like, but yeah, I have to be put in that position.
It's circumstantial, yeah, very much so for me.
Mm.
It's gotta be a push.
Because yeah, usually with strangers, I don't even give.
Yeah.
well, now that you said that, what's the difference between confronting someone because you love them and criticizing someone because you want control?
I usually anything I do usually out of, yeah. I usually, for me, I'm usually
And he
doing it
questioned.
because I love somebody. It's not. I don't give a fuck about control. It's not
Yeah.
my thing to control. If that's your life and that's how you live.
This question really was for Sharon because women
okay.
like to control shit.
Because if I'm doing a thing, it's out of care. It's not out of saying something to
Yeah, for
have
sure.
control. So
Yeah.
What? What you do? Did she just meow?
No, I said yeah.
What the fuck?
Cat's out the bag.
I said yeah. I could not. Anywho,
What's up?
nothing.
What's your response, Sharon? The difference between confronting someone because you love them, and criticizing someone because you want control.
Well, I feel like you gave the difference in the second
The
part.
control part.
Yeah, because it's like when you confront someone, it's because you're trying to solve someone that you care about. It's because you're trying to solve the issue. You're not trying to fix the person, or you know what I'm saying. You're not. It doesn't have to do with you or them. It has to do with the issue.
Right, because I'm not building nigga.
Right. And so that's what that type of confrontation looks like when it comes to somebody that you care about, because the issue and then obviously your relationship is the core of what you care about. When you're criticizing someone, I don't necessarily know if it's for control. I think that when people criticize people, more so like projection, that has to do with you.
I think it depends on what type of criticism it is. Because if I say, hey, it might be better if you do it this way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm criticizing what you're doing, but I'm giving you
construction
because I'm telling you a better way to do something, or what I perceive to be a better way to do something.
Because of you.
Right? If I just say, man, that's a fucked up situation, or that's a fucked up thing to do, but I'm not giving you any solutions, that's me just saying, that's just me double down on whatever you're feeling. Like that's me trying to put you down for what you did.
Yeah, but criticism both stem from you projecting. Like that's what that person is doing. That's not what you're doing. So criticism is always coming from a standpoint of your perspective and like really just I would have done it different. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like regardless of
what if it's a situation where I know a better way of doing it,
and
you know a better way of doing it for you.
But
Some things are just facts.
No.
I think it
Not
also,
in that.
also
I
stems.
mean, yes, you're right, but not in that instance. I feel like if I see you doing something one way, right?
Mhm.
Now I guess you can. I'll play into your idea of facts in terms of like having a job,
Mhm.
right? Okay, I see you don't have a job. You should have a job. A fact of things is that you should have a job.
Caked up, nigga.
Okay. And let me finish my
Yeah.
example because
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
If that was because my life path, I had to have a job. I'm still projecting onto you what I feel like you need to do
Okay.
based on what I had to do. But you may not have a job, but you got a husband or a wife or whatever, either or, that tells you you don't have to have a job. So I'm still projecting.
Can I rebuttal?
Of course.
So my rebuttal would be: I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm not giving the gravity of the situation, right? But I mean something like this. Let's say, God forbid, I see you changing a tire.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You got a flat tire and you got to change it. And
That's
I
a good
see your ass
example.
about to lift your car before you loosen them lug nuts. And I say,
Okay.
hey, you might want to loosen them
That's a
nuts
good example.
before you get that goddamn tire off the ground.
Mhm.
That's me knowing for a fact that you're going to have an easier time
Yeah.
getting that tire off if you loosen them nut guts before you raise that car.
I agree.
That's what I mean by that.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
not
not saying like
criticism, that's advice.
well,
Yeah.
That's advice.
But
And I agree
but I'm
you're right,
critiquing what
Kevin.
they're doing at the
No.
same time.
You're giving them advice.
You're giving them factual advice, and it's still.
And it's,
But at the same time, I want to say one last thing. One last thing. It's still coming from your experience
It is.
because but so that's what I'm saying.
Well,
The
no,
big
my experience would say, nigga, culture way out.
Yeah.
No.
yeah.
No, you trying to play me right now
No,
because
nigga, I got your way.
the big umbrella of things
Yeah.
is that criticism comes from your experience.
True. And
Period.
that's all I have.
It
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
It
So what
should.
I'm saying is criticism can get muddy because you're really projecting onto that person what you think they should be doing based on what you did.
Okay.
Now, the flat tire example is perfect because you're right. But like Kevin said, that's more of like it's factual advice. You're not criticizing saying, hey, I did it this way. You probably should too. Just based on.
Well, have you ever realized
he had something to say. I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Andy. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that it still all derives from the place of what you're doing it from. Like if you're doing it as a place of care because you want to, see someone better themselves or better the
Mhm.
situation as opposed to knock them down with the intent. Because you could also in that advice situation know that you don't care for them, see them
That's
doing
true.
it and say, hey, I'm gonna just let you go ahead and
let
figure that
him
shit
do
out.
it. Just let him do it.
Like, I'm just,
You said
Dead
that.
ass.
You said that. That remind me of the asshole at work. He asked me, he said, man, the light plug's not working. I said, maybe you should spit on it. I know damn well that
Why would you do that?
because I didn't like the motherfucker.
exactly. Like you could literally just offer it from a place of I want to see you fucked up. So.
But people that was before I started therapy and was healed. I wouldn't do that now.
Not a disclaimer.
I would just look at them and keep walking. Sean, have you ever realized later that someone was right after you got defensive in the moment?
For sure. All the time.
And you have yet to apologize to me, Kevin?
That was good. Fuck you.
He set you up like what?
Yeah. You want to give an example, or you just going to just say?
Good God.
What's that?
Shit.
You
I'm
know,
like,
the same.
now I got an idea for the thumbnail. Anyway,
Huh?
The same question there.
Yeah.
Been wrong?
Have you ever been wrong? Got defensive?
I'm always wrong, even though I'm perfect.
To our wives, we always wrong.
Nah.
Yeah, no,
Nah,
nigga.
you right.
I cannot.
Except on Father's Day.
Right.
Well, that ain't even true.
no.
No, that don't mean shit.
Not even on Father's
No,
Day.
that don't mean shit. That don't mean shit. McFly?
Hmm?
Same question.
What was the question?
Have you ever realized later that you were right after you got defensive in the moment?
Wrong.
No, I'm sorry. Did you ever
Wrong.
realize that someone else was right?
I've
after
been in
that?
both.
Okay.
Because right is even worse when you're like,
Wait,
I was right.
wait a second.
Let's run that back.
I've been in both.
Now I want to argue
Yeah.
again because I'm even righter at this
I'm
point.
spinning the block because I knew I was right.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I've been in both situations, but yeah, realizing I was wrong. I said after therapy, I've been able to it's a lot easier for me to do because there's no longer pride driving the vessel. So like it's like, yeah, I can do it.
That's good.
That nigga said vessel. He is healing.
Well, I have a lot of. I'm usually right though.
Okay.
He's like, I
All
thought
right.
about that a little bit longer, and actually,
Many of us tolerate chaos because confronting it requires effort, courage, and change. Sharon, what area in your life currently feels most out of order? I have some answers for you if you.
I don't know if that's
That is
how
not.
that's supposed to work.
What he said?
He said that's not how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
I got answers for
He's
you.
like, I also have the answers.
Have
if
some
you need
notes-
them.
have some notes for you?
Here you go.
Here's some notes.
This is how you should
Cannot.
convey this emotion.
You want a second to think about it? I'll come back to you.
Yeah, you can come back.
All right, McFly, what kind of disorder do people tolerate the longest? Is it financial, emotional, relational, or personal?
I think it's a relationship, or relational,
Mhm.
and personal. But it depends on the person.
And why do you think that is?
Because a lot of times people don't want to be in the after effect. Like, you don't want to be alone, or you don't want to cause a issue or be in a situation where you're at odds with your person.
Yeah.
So you'll put up with more because you're like, I don't want to be alone, or I don't want to. So you'll tolerate more because you don't want to be in a situation where, or you're used to your personal space being a certain way. You don't want to fuck with that.
So like essentially what you're like, it's the after.
Yeah,
The
you don't
after.
want to think about the after. Like,
You don't want them to be alone. You don't because I mean I get that, because I say all the time, I've been with this woman almost 25 years. Nigga, I'm not learning nobody else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be single out here. Me and Sharon gonna be just single. Just taking I mean, not separate trips. We're not gonna be together. She's gonna be in North Carolina, I'm be in South Carolina.
oh
The
shit.
furthest away as possible.
Kevin, have you ever confused patience with avoidance? Have you ever confused patience with avoidance? I know you said you was perfect, nigga, but we know you're not.
Listen, I'm just telling you, I've lived lots of lives, have a lot of experience. So yeah, maybe when I was like 20s.
When you was 20s?
Maybe like 20s, but not in a long time.
Oh shit.
Not
gotta
in a long
stop.
time. What happened? What did you think? You gotta say
You
it
said,
now.
when you said you lived many lives, I saw you with white hair and a long beard
Oh,
with a staff.
I may have done that.
I lived many lives.
Like
Like,
Black Moses?
That might have been a shroom trip.
oh shit.
I mean, I don't confuse patience with avoidance. I know flat out I'm avoiding shit.
Hell yeah.
I
That's
just
what I'm
don't bring it
saying.
up.
Like, I think
I'm
maybe
not confused.
younger.
I'm not confused with it at all. I just know I just don't have the energy or the willingness to confront this right now. So I'm gonna just act like I don't see this shit until I have to confront it. I do that
Yeah.
often.
Yeah.
No, I thought I was all spiritual and shit. And niggas like, yeah, you just gotta find it. And it's like, nigga, you avoiding the fucking that shit.
So Sharon, what area in your life currently do you feel most out of order?
No. No, you know what? Honestly, and it's funny that you went into that question with Kevin, because I don't know if it's like an area in my life, but I think that the thing that I need to work on the most is procrastination. I am a always get it done person, but it be right when it needs. That is a thing. And because honestly, like I just said this the other day, like I am overjoyed with simplicity and the consistency of my life. Like my life is very routine. My life is there's a lot of normalcy. Like my life is, like this every day. And then when I do things that are out of the ordinary, meaning like to be out of town, and that is just like it has a simple flow to things. So I'm very grateful for that. But I do know that something that I always end up kicking myself in the ass for is like, dang, why did I wait? You know what? And procrastination, you name it, it applies it in every part of my life. I procrastinate in everything. So
Well,
I need to stop that.
Professional procrastinate.
Is there
I
such
understand.
thing?
I was watching a movie yesterday. Sharon, I think that you might like it. I don't know if you've seen it already. I think it's called like Good Luck, Good Day, and Don't Die.
Never heard of
It's
it.
on Hulu. But it's about AI and AI taking over. And that shit was deep.
Y'all.
And it lets us know how much we rely on internet, like social media.
I mean, I'm excited. I was gonna tell y'all, but it has to do
It's
with
about the AI.
it has to do with AI.
She thinks
And
it's
I'm only
listening,
gonna
about
tell
to
you
kill
off
us.
camera because of how I used it.
Okay.
But
Wait a minute.
Yeah, this is This is
Okay, that might go wrong. Okay, go ahead.
No.
Continue saying.
I feel like the CIA.
Yeah.
Y'all stupid.
Anywho.
I'm so excited to see Toy Story 5
Okay.
on.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go on Sunday. Take the baby to see it on Sunday because, yeah, it's tech versus
guess-
toys, and I think that's so cool.
This would be, I guess, like the adult version of that.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's
I'll
scary.
look at it. Right?
Huh?
You know, the irony to all this though is we're gonna kill ourselves using AI because
That's essentially what happened. Yeah.
all the water it
Yeah.
needs.
Yeah.
But then
To keep
AI
it-
gonna die because ain't nobody there. Water.
Many relationships are destroyed by conflict. They're destroyed by the avoidance of conflict. What's harder, having a difficult conversation or living in unresolved tension?
Living in unresolved.
That's not what. Why you already know the answer.
No, I don't.
Who the fuck's gonna be like, nigga?
Well, here's the
I
thing.
love this stress.
But here's the thing.
People
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about the unresolved tension, right? It could be around so long that it become normalized.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily as difficult as it may seem
no longer
Exactly.
tension.
because you've now you normalize it. So
It ain't no longer tension then.
it is.
No,
That's
it
how I
is.
look
No,
at tension. You're
because-
just
Tension.
it's tension. It's tension because you're avoiding it, right?
always ready
So,
to-
like for instance, like if I know that there's tension between me and the missus, I'm gonna keep my distance.
That tension's always there. Though.
Yeah.
It's
Until
not-
it's addressed.
That's
It's not
the
a
point.
resolved thing. It's not one of those where everything's chilling. Because if it's tension, that's what tension is.
But you have to understand how many people relationship wise, and I'm not even when I say relationship, I'm not talking about husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, only boyfriend or those
You're
relationships.
talking about friendships too.
I'm talking about
relations.
friendships,
Yeah.
parents and their kids and they siblings. Like that's everywhere, and that is such a constant state
Yeah.
that
And
people stay in.
the tension, though, is a
Is-
thing that is noticeable.
But
Yeah,
you gotta remember how.
you have the quick responses, you have the very little
Yeah.
dialogue.
But you guys are talking about when there's a present conflict happening, right?
Mhm.
There could be two people that have had tension for 20 years, literally. They don't have a current conflict, but the tension is there because that has always been their interaction.
Mhm.
Everything can seem very normal
and
because you may have a person that has.
But it don't think a lot further.
that's true. But that's true. But you
I
also
just
That's
think-
what I'm saying.
But you also
Yeah, but
you
that
have,
could still be a
but don't
constant state.
underestimate the power of short-term memory.
Ain't nobody
Because
forgot,
you,
though.
but you might not you remember it now, but then once the longer you avoid talking about it, it kind of slowly fades back, and then it's gonna
Yeah.
resurface.
Presents
From,
itself,
it's
yeah.
gonna
I-
resurface
Yeah,
from
yeah.
time to time.
There's a lot of people living in a constant state of
Y'all
tension.
niggas sound like y'all want to live in that then. Go ahead.
I'm saying it's possible, okay? That's all I'm saying.
It's very possible. There could be underlying tension.
Ask the question again.
I said, what's harder, having the difficult conversations or living with unresolved tension? What's harder?
What you think is harder?
For me, it's different for everybody.
I'm like, the conversation's way easier because
Yeah,
I
well-
don't have to do this forever. Like,
Well, for me personally, I do not like confrontation, but I don't shy from confrontation.
Gotcha.
I will confront you if need be. But when it comes to the dynamic between me and my wife, I'm gonna have the conversation. I'm gonna have the conversation
Yeah.
because I don't want any tension there. Because I mean, for multiple reasons, but I don't want any tension there. I would rather just let's say the hard things. Let's get this shit out front so we can get over this. So I can get back to touching on your ass.
Right.
Let's just get that.
I said, why did I say
that-
right there?
let's-
Because I was going along with you, and then I said right at the wrong time.
But that's for me. Some people
some
people don't want to.
I'm just saying, I don't. Okay. I'm not saying it don't exist. Y'all niggas is
Okay.
making it sound like that's what I'm saying.
That's what you-
I'm talking about our panel here.
That's what the
Our-
nigga said, right?
Our panel. Of us, like, I wouldn't talk about the goddamn world.
No, but listen. Well, yeah, our panel. I definitely have situations with people that has been attention for a long time.
Was that easier or is that harder?
Was that hard? Was that easier than having the conversation?
Knowing the person, a lot of conflicts that arise, the conversation, it would do nothing.
Yeah, that's a good point because there's some niggas you just
Literally.
can't talk to.
No, for
No
real.
matter what you
Like,
say.
and I
so
really
then-
mean that from the bottom of
So-
my heart. The conversation would do, and I like.
But
Mo's
where does that go
example.
to, though? What is that?
Nigga, it
relationship
goes to the
with-
long term.
No, I mean the relationship with that person.
It looks a lot like-
it stays constantly strained.
Right. It's just
So is
straight
that
Because you could be cordial with someone and still have tension.
period.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
everybody don't ain't like you, Kel.
You can have that. It can be strained. That doesn't mean, but I think what you're perceiving it to be is that every time you're around that person, you're like,
No,
like
no,
you're
no.
not always.
But it's not that.
tense.
But when there's tension, even if it's one of those where you're like, oh, well, we just, normalize. We know they don't fuck with each other, blah, 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 whatever it
Yeah.
is. It takes way less for that to be a powder keg
Okay.
than anything else, right?
Okay, let me ask you
Because
this. Let me
that's
ask-
how tension
all right.
works.
All right, let me ask you this, Kevin. Is it possible for people, whether couples or friends, to argue more and actually develop a more healthier relationship?
Is it possible?
Yeah.
As long as they're constructive arguments and not circular.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
people are actually listening to each other.
A lot of arguments in relationships are circular.
Yeah, very much so. Because people don't want to be wrong.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. I'm not, but I am.
People don't want to face.
Because it seems like your take on this question and last is like, nigga, just have the conversation. Whether it leads to the argument or not, have the conversation so that way the tension, at least
if you care about that person.
slowly
Let me
fades away.
But
add
even
that
when
in
you
more.
care about that person, I'm being honest, like even when you care about that person, you also, if you care about them and you know them, you
don't wanna
also
hurt 'em.
kind of, you don't want to hurt them.
But
don't want,
why are you gonna hurt them?
But
What is
no,
your...
Because
not
some
only,
niggas are sensitive.
and not only that, you don't want to. Let's say you arrive at the place where you can have a difficult conversation. You know you've done work to try to get there. You prepare yourself, and then it just goes really bad based on how that person is, right? So, damn. Like you cared about the relationship. You wanted to mend it, or you wanted to do whatever, but the way that person receives it is just horribly. Then you may not even want to try to do that again.
I'm just trying to...
All right, we're talking a lot about peace. We're going to end it here, and we'll pick it back up next week. Episode 245 of the Heavyweight Collective will be a two-parter. We appreciate y'all for walking with us. Until next week, peace.
Peace.
Sweating. That's a wrap, y'all. That's how she wrapped. So make sure you click like, subscribe. Tune in. We on all streaming platforms. So until next time, we'll holla at you.